I've always held the view that when you talk about job creation, part of it is the business climate questions, taxes, budget, all those kind of concerns, but a key part is also quality of place and placemaking.
The main goal of the regional economic innovation ecosystem is to build economically vibrant communities in regions that encourage entrepreneurial development and create well-paid, sustainable new economy jobs. One way we do this is to employ college and university assets, including practicum courses and other service learning courses. These assist communities and regions in completing local research-based technical assistance and feasibility studies. Each year, the REI University Center commissions 15 to 20 student-led, faculty-guided projects focused on real-world initiatives. This in turn provides economic development professionals with access to technical assistance and data analysis that otherwise would not be available due to budgetary or time constraints. These projects provide assistance to Michigan communities in completing local and regional economic development initiatives.
When we worked with Wayne State University and with the students, we met with them multiple times, as well as the students coming out and working in the community. But this was my first take at working with Wayne State University and with the landscape engineering and so forth and these students. I was extremely impressed by the knowledge that they brought to the table, putting in an 84-page document of a study that was extremely well done and well thought out, and what came out of that was fascinating.
We worked with 5 of the greatest students that I've ever had the opportunity to work with. The plan that they helped to develop, and I've worked with developers kind of all over in the work that I do, nonprofit development work. The plan that they put together, it is as fine a piece of professional work as I've ever seen. I could not have gone out and spent $50,000 or $100,000 and got the kind of work. What they did was to synthesize all the previous studies. They put together original work and kind of comprised a separate new document that now is going to be our blueprint going forward in terms of, hopefully, the revitalization of Idlewild. Certainly, we would love for Michigan State to come back to kind of assist in moving forward, because if not for their initial input into this project, if not for their initial help in moving forward, quite honestly, we'd be at a loss, because we're a small community with little resources. They provided tremendous help, tremendous resources, and without their assistance, I think that we'd be not quite far along as we have been, and certainly not as far along as we're going to be.
And one individual business specifically asked if she could utilize her business as an option in the fall semester for one of our courses to help her to develop her social media marketing plan, because she needs some help with it. And that's the type of stuff where I'm like, dude, yes, we could totally do that, right? And so this fall, we've stayed in contact. That's going to be a project for one of our groups. They're going to adopt her baby and help her with her social media plan. And the students that I've taught in the past have done an amazing job with, amazing, professional looking job with that for free. So it allows our students to get the experience that they need to compete in this hyper competitive marketplace. They can actually say that this is something that we did for a company that exists, and this is the feedback that we got. I mean, how cool is that, right? And then the company gets that service for free. And so it's the perfect marriage between academia and the real world.
So instead of sitting in a classroom and listening to a professor, which is great for some things, very little of our time was spent in the classroom. Most of our time was spent outside with the client or in our team meeting rooms, collaborating with one another, creating this report. And that hands-on work, I think, is more valuable per hour of work than is sitting in a lecture hall. When it comes to community planning and community development, I now know that it is a difficult and daunting task at times, but I also know how to communicate with with community members who have a stake in a community that I'm not necessarily from.
One of the other aspects of this learning experience is that the field of community and economic development is an extremely complex professional practice. It's not easily learned in the classroom. It's something that you need to complement your classroom learning with field experience, actually doing the work in the field. And these types of student-led, faculty-guided partnerships that we're able to provide support to not only here at Michigan State but around the state with our collaborators and other institutions really provide an excellent learning experience for this profession so that our students graduating in these programs are again the most capable in applying their skills in the real world to solve some of the challenges we face.
REI, placemaking with the best and brightest students in Michigan.
It was very beneficial to work with a real client and to have to work with the dynamics of a group.
I have a whole new understanding of how these types of reports and recommendations come together. They are complex, but I now have confidence that I could do something like this in the future.
I feel that the community really benefited from our work and their understanding and the need for using data.
I am glad I was able to learn about a community of which I previously had little knowledge.
I gained a better understanding of the things that people in my studied community deal with on a daily basis.
Even if we will have made the tiniest contribution toward the revitalization, I will view our efforts as a success.